Ladies and gentlemen, just in the last 24 hours, history just shook this nation to its core. President Donald J. Trump has done what Democrats swore was impossible. He signed into law that the end of federal taxes on Social Security benefits. Seniors all across America will finally keep every dime that they've worked for. But while Trump delivers relief, something else is cracking wide open. The housing market is buckling under its own weight. Mortgage rates have plunged to their lowest rates in almost a year, and buyers are asking, is this a miracle moment or is this the start of a full-blown implosion? Now, here's the twist. As seniors celebrate this historic win, the very same Democrats and their media allies are already spinning this as a threat to Social Security. That's right, guys. Trump delivers billions back to the American people, and the left is scrambling trying to convince you that essentially Trump is destroying the system. What do you believe, guys? Who do you believe? The president who delivered results to Social Security recipients, SSI and SSDI, or the same fear machine that lied for years? Well, hang out with me, guys, because I'm going to break it all down for you guys. How Trump's bill just rewrote the future of Social Security, the shocking reforms inside the SSA that nobody in the media wants to admit, and why falling mortgage rates might not be the good news at all, but a warning sign that the entire housing market is on the edge. So this is a story of winners and losers. Seniors win under Trump. Families trying to buy a home, well, they could be staring down the very next great crisis. And it all is between the Democrats and the media in their biggest lie yet. So roll with me, guys, because what you're about to hear, this is going to leave you questioning everything that the establishment has told you about Social Security, about housing, and about the future of America's economy. Now, if you appreciate the daily news updates, please hit the like button and subscribe. Chapter exists for one reason and for one reason only. The founders' own parents, they got tricked into some expensive Medicare plans that did not meet their needs. And that's personal. That's why they vowed to build something better. Now, I partnered with Chapter because they fight for families the way that they wish someone had fought for their family. Catherine Garcia, she told me that she owes nothing now. Her care is fully covered, and it's all thanks to Chapter. Francis Lutero is now saving $65 a month. Guys, these are real people just like you. In fact, they are people just like you. These are folks who left me comments on previous YouTube videos thanking me for telling them about Chapter. You could be the next success story. Give them a call right now. They're totally free for my community. They're doing a completely free service for my community. Pick up the telephone and call them right now, 909-563-8279, or visit them on the web at askchapter.org/Ron. So folks, lock in on the date. It's August, it's 2025. Why does this matter? It's because this isn't just another news cycle. This is the day Americans will remember for two thunderclaps hitting at one time. Now, on the one side, we have President Donald J. Trump delivering a historic move, signing into law the elimination of federal taxes on Social Security benefits. Guys, this means seniors all across the country who worked their entire lives and paid into the system finally get to keep every single penny without Uncle Sam and his grubby little fingers trying to claw it back. Can I get an amen for that? But at the same moment, the housing market is flashing warning signs. Mortgage rates have plunged to their lowest level since October of last year. A short-term relief, yes, but behind the scenes, behind the headlines, the market is cracking. Sellers are slashing prices, buyers are paralyzed, and economists are whispering the word that no one wants to hear: implosion. And here's where the tension builds. Who really is protecting Americans right now? Now, on the one hand, you got President Trump, smart, strategic, patriotic, handing seniors billions of dollars in relief. But on the other hand, you got Democrats and their media allies insisting that this is somehow the end of Social Security as we know it. So ask yourself, do you believe the man who just signed the bill or the politicians who have been wrong for decades? Now, stick with me, guys, because by the end of this, you're going to see just how deep the divide really is. So let's talk about the victory that sparked all of this. Trump didn't just sign a bill. He fulfilled a sacred campaign promise he made to American seniors months, maybe even years ago now. The one big beautiful bill, as he calls it, of course, it eliminated federal taxes on Social Security, guys. That's right. For nearly 70 seniors, for nearly 90% of seniors in this country, their benefits are now tax-free. Now, imagine working your whole life, paying into the system, and instead of the government taking a slice in your retirement, Trump made sure you get to keep it all. Now, this is massive because the government has been basically sticking their fingers into your Social Security for years, for decades, right? So it's not just a massive policy shift. This is a generational reset. Seniors can now breathe easy. Their dignity has been restored or their monthly checks, their monthly paychecks are now protected. I think seniors are pretty happy about this, right? Let me know, guys. Now, Trump said that he would protect Social Security, and he did exactly that. He delivered. But here's a real kicker, guys. Democrats spent years saying Trump would destroy Social Security. Then they promised you that he would basically slash it, that he was going to gut Social Security. I know you guys remember this because I remember when President Trump was campaigning against Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, I was trying to let you guys know Trump has no plans on cutting Social Security. Remember those lies that the mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all these different mainstream media news networks, they were lying to. And I was trying to let you guys know there was no evidence that Trump had any plans of reducing anyone's Social Security benefits. So I hope you guys remember that. Anyway, Trump made Social Security stronger, bigger, and better than ever before. Now, if you're receiving Social Security or SSI or SSDI, comment down below. I want to know who's watching the show today. Now, here's the big question, guys. Who do you trust? Trump, who put his signature on the line and delivered real relief, or the Democrats, who swore this day would never come? And we're only getting started here, guys, because while President Trump's win is definitely historic, the Democrats and the media, they're not taking it lying down. They've already launched this fear campaign to try and spin Trump's historic victory into doom. Wow. Now, before we get to how the Democrats are already twisting this victory, I kind of want to stop and talk to you guys straight, okay? I want to talk straight to you because this fight isn't just about Social Security or housing markets. It's about real people and real lives. Now, think about the past, guys. What's something you lost because of bad leadership? Maybe it was your savings getting eaten up by inflation. Maybe it was your chance to retire early because Washington wasted your money. Maybe it was safety in your own neighborhood, traded away for politics. What is the hurt that you've carried that you wish you could get rid of? Guys, if you're feeling that, I just want to share with you that you're not alone, okay? So just tell me in the comments what's been taken away from you, okay? Also, I want you to look at today. What do you hold on to the tightest right now? Is it the relief of finally keeping your Social Security check? Is it being able to stretch your paycheck just a little bit further without taxes eating it alive? Or is it knowing that you've got a president that's fighting for you instead of fighting against you? Type check, paycheck, or Trump in the comments down below so we know where you stand. And we also need to think about tomorrow. Now, imagine if this keeps going, right? Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Social Security is protected. Fraud gets wiped out. The economy gets rebuilt on strength instead of fear. What does your life look like in that America? Is it peace of mind in retirement? Is it owning a home that you can afford? Is it handing your kids a country that's stronger, safer, and freer? Drop your vision in the comments down below because this is the America that we're building here, guys. You see, what's been taken away from you in the past, what you're holding on to today, and what you're dreaming about tomorrow, those are the real markers of this moment. And they're the reason why Trump's win is so historic today. And it's also the reason why Democrats are panicking because they know that Americans are not buying the lies anymore. And so you would think that with seniors finally catching a break finally, right, there will be a celebration across the board. I mean, you would think, but not if you're Senator Elizabeth Warren, not if you're Bernie Sanders, and certainly not if you're legacy media. And so instead of admitting that President Trump delivered what they never could, they're already out there screaming that Social Security is in trouble. Does anyone believe Social Security is in trouble because of Trump? Well, Senator Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, they just keep repeating the same tired line. Trump is cutting Social Security, the same line that they've been peddling for years. And the media, I mean, look at the headlines, guys. Axios, CNN, the whole crowd. Instead of saying Trump delivered relief to 90% of seniors, they write signs of trouble mount. Trouble for who? The seniors who just got a tax cut and got bigger checks in their Social Security checks? Or is it the politicians who got exposed as being liars? Now, here's the truth, guys. Democrats and their media allies, they're terrified. I mean, they spent decades scaring seniors with the idea that the Republicans would somehow destroy Social Security. And now Trump just proved them completely wrong with one signature. And here's the tension. I mean, like, do you believe your own eyes or do you believe the spin machine? Do you trust the president who delivered, or do you trust the politicians who keep trying to scare grandma and grandpa into voting for them? You see, this is what they're doing, guys. But I'm going to dive even deeper, guys. And let me tell you now, the deeper we dig, the worse it gets for them. So let's look at what's really happening behind the scenes, okay? Trump, he didn't just make Social Security tax-free. He put the right man in charge, Commissioner Frank Bozigano, all right? And what he and his team have uncovered is absolutely nothing short of shocking. Under Biden, the Social Security Administration was a complete disaster. SSA, I mean, you would would wait 42 minutes on hold to speak to someone. And that's if they didn't hang up on you by accident and then you had to call back and wait another 42 minutes. 32 minutes for field office visits. A website that was down nearly 30 hours a week. I mean, that was unbelievable. The service was tragic. Seniors were treated like second-class citizens. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Now, under Trump, wait times have been cut by double digits. Disability backlogs are shrinking. Seniors have 24/7 online access that never existed before. This isn't just a facelift. This is a total overhaul. And let's talk fraud here, okay? Let's talk fraud, the big old elephant in the room. Trump's team has already kicked 275,000 illegal aliens off the Social Security payrolls. Does anybody believe that illegal aliens should be receiving Social Security checks? Is anybody on board with that? Is anybody happy that they're no longer getting these checks? People who were draining money from the system, they found 12.4 million ghost names, people supposedly over 120 years old still on the books. Yeah, some even listed as 160 years old and collecting. That's not an accident. This is fraud on a scale that we've never seen before. Now, here's the difference. Biden let it happen. Trump cleaned it up, and every dollar saved goes right back into protecting the seniors who earned it. And so here's the question, okay, folks? Why did Democrats just let fraud run wild in the first place? Like, were they asleep at the wheel, or were they benefiting from the chaos? And I'm not done yet, guys, because while Trump is cleaning up the mess, the other half of the story, the housing market, this is starting to show cracks that could shake the entire economy. Now, while President Trump was busy saving Social Security, the other half of the story, it's unraveling in the housing market. So mortgage rates, they fell to their lowest level since October 2024. Now, on paper, that sounds like good news, right? Lower interest rates means more buyers jumping in, but that's not exactly what's happening. Why? Because the home prices are still sky high. Wages have not kept pace for decades, and families are stretched thin. So what you have is this, you've got rates falling, but buyers staying on the sidelines, waiting, hoping, maybe even praying that the market will correct itself. That is the definition of pressure building inside the system. Sellers are desperate, buyers are frozen, and the cracks are already starting to show. The question is this relief for families, or is it the start of a full-blown implosion of the housing market? Now, here's the tension. While seniors are celebrating Trump's victory, younger generations are staring at their homes that they cannot afford. Trump is protecting retirees, but what happens when the foundation of housing, the American dream, starts collapsing? Well, the reason you should be wondering and hoping, or at least inquiring as to what's going on, is because it affects everyone. Guys, the signals we're seeing right now, they're not just some random blips. They're warning signals, okay? Flashing red lights. Pay attention to the warnings, okay? The media loves to say, oh, it's a buyer's market. But let's look a little bit closer, okay? Reports show that in May, more than 50% of homes sold below asking price. Sellers slashing $5,000 here, $10,000 there, $50,000 discounts just to move their properties that they can't afford anymore. Sounds like a win for buyers, right? Well, I don't know. Not so fast. Because while those cuts are happening, the average closed transaction price is still climbing. Prices are sticking at the top, even as list prices keep getting slashed. Now, realtors are fueling this chaos as well. They're convincing homeowners that they can still list for sky-high numbers, then walking them back when the market doesn't bite. It's a shell game, right? And who loses? The buyers, the families who are still left holding the bag on inflated housing costs. So here's the tension again, okay? Is this really a buyer's market, or is it really a trap? Is this a window of opportunity, or is it just the setup before the whole system caves in on itself? And while families are still asking themselves those same questions, Trump's border and broader economic reset it's shaping the bigger picture in ways that the media refuses to admit. So while the housing market teeters, let's not forget the bigger picture. Under Joe Biden, America was drowning in inflation. Groceries up, gas up, retirement accounts wrecked. Seniors couldn't keep up, and younger families, they were falling behind further and further. Well, fast forward to today, under President Donald J. Trump, and the reset is undeniable. Tariffs are pouring billions of dollars into the Treasury. Inflation has been crushed. 401ks and retirement accounts are soaring again. And the stock market is hitting new record highs almost daily. Here's the part that the media just will not admit. While Democrats scream about collapse, Trump is strengthening America's core. Seniors have their Social Security benefits protected. Families have their retirements restored. And the economy is finally being run by a president who knows business, not just politics. And so here's really where the tension explodes. If Trump is delivering relief, stability, and growth, then why did the Democrats and the elites keep predicting disaster? Could it be because they're the ones that's losing power while everyday Americans finally win? So I want to step back for a second, okay? Seniors just won the fight of their lives. No more taxes on Social Security. That's Trump delivering on his sacred promise. Now, at the same time, the housing market is wobbling, maybe correcting. Maybe the housing market is collapsing, but Trump's reforms are shielding the people who need it the most. And so the Democrats, the media, the establishment, they're still out there screaming doom. They want you to believe Trump is destroying Social Security. They want you to think the economy is one bad day away from collapse. So here's a question you have to answer. Who do you trust? The president who actually delivered relief, cut fraud, strengthened Social Security for SSI, SSDI, and just overall Social Security beneficiaries and gave seniors back their dignity? Or maybe it's the same politicians. Maybe it's the same politicians and the media hacks who lied for years and are now terrified because their scare tactics don't seem to be working anymore. Well, this is the crossroads moment, folks. America is witnessing a very historic move. Trump's victory for seniors colliding with a housing market that's on edge. And how you see it really depends on who you believe, to be honest. Because in the end, this isn't just about Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or mortgages. It's about truth versus fear, results versus rhetoric, Trump versus the establishment. So now, before you go, YouTube thinks you're going to love the next video that just popped up on your screen right now. And honestly, guys, they're probably right. And it connects directly to what we just covered, and you don't want to miss it. So click that video right now. Keep watching. Stay informed, because the story of America's comeback under Trump is just the beginning. Oh, and do not forget to give our Forensic Chapter a call right now. See how much money you can save. We'll see you guys on the other side. Take care.